Mr. Speaker, mea te tei, hei a koutou i ako rangatira, i ako tuakana, mā tātua tēnā koutou katoa. Theft, lies, blackmail, and then more lies. Mr. Speaker, those are the ingredients for a ripping Dan Brown or John le Carre novel that you would love to pick up and read. Nope. It is a historical record of what happened to an Indigenous nation some 100 odd years ago. And that is a litany of government theft, lies, blackmail, and more lies. And I briefly, and I will keep this reasonably brief, and I'll leave the esoteric to my other colleagues who can think better than I can. Number one, the theft, as the story goes, and this is the first chapter that you read in the Singapore airport as you pick up the novel. For a nation, an independent nation, who didn't sign up to the Treaty of Waitangi, who had no rebellious thought, they weren't in rebellion against the Crown or anybody else for that matter at that particular time. And then out of the blue, the most productive land is being confiscated by another nation, the government in more particular. And the confiscation was directed solely at Tuhoe. The next chapter is the lies. The prejudice created by the confiscation, sir, was exacerbated by the compensation court process, which returned much of the confiscated land to other Māori. But not, they weren't from Tuhoe, who had traditionally occupied and cultivated that area of land. So it begins, the story starts to unravel, sir. The blackmail came in 1875 when the Crown induced Tuhoe to sell a large area of land at Waikaremoana by threatening to confiscate their interests if they didn't sell. So you can see the story unravelling, Mr. Speaker, and it is like a novel. You would think that only this could happen in somebody's head. Unfortunately, it didn't. And now you get to the more lies. After years and years of struggle, Tuhoe sought to protect their remaining lands from sale, and in 1896 Parliament, this Parliament, enacted the Uruwera District Native Reserve Act. Now this provided for local self-government over a 656,000 acre Uruwera Reserve, and for decisions about the use of the land to be made collectively and according to Māori custom. Tuhoe believed this system would protect their lands from sale. And as we know, however, the Crown did not implement the self-government provisions of that Act and undermined its protective provisions. So there are four things in that litany of a government attack on what was and what, to me, is still an independent nation. Of theft, lies, blackmail, and more lies. The final chapter of this book, of this story, for us will come in the third reading. And I will leave my other, maybe not pearls of wisdom, but pearls, to that third reading process. But I must say, and this is from deep down within me, Tuhoe have a particular mystery about them. And that's why I love Tuhoe people. When they talk, they miss out a few letters. When they talk of their stories, the people they are, the whole legend, and I put that in inverted commas, legend of Tuhoe resounds around our nation. They are one of the people that makes us who we are. whether we are from the north, south, east or west, black or white, Tuhoe has a particular place in New Zealand's folklore. So I'll leave the rest for the third reading, Mr. Speaker, and thank you very much. Kia ora.
Right Honourable Winston Peters.